Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on how that last chart played out, and also I'm expecting a move pretty soon, so I want to get this up pretty quick. On that last video, I will put a link up to that now. I did tell you to pay attention. I said, you know, watch this orange ring. You see we got rejected at it. This was around 7,060. You see we pushed down. We eventually broke above it. I said we'd get rejected at this yellow ring, which is right at 7,130. You see we got rejected here. We did push a bit above it. We came back down below. The main reason I'm pointing this chart out, guys, again, if we do come down, you know, expect your first support to be potentially around 7,058. Again, you're going to have a lot of support here at 7,033. If we do push up, well, your next resistance, according to this ring, is 7,159. So you do have a lot of resistance above. But the reason I wanted to get this up, and I went over this in that previous video, and again, like I said, you know, if we push up higher, you got resistance up here at 7,160, 7,165. If you look at this chart here, you got resistance at the same levels, 7,155, 7,169. So you have a lot of resistance here, and as I mentioned, guys, and you can watch this play out. I mean, if you have access to the charts, load up the Bybit chart. If you don't have access to the chart, just pay attention to this time frame and where current price is. If we continue to move sideways, and I showed you this in the previous video, we're coming up on this ring, this red ring right here. We crossed the red ring, we had a drop. We crossed the red ring, we had a drop. And we're coming up on this next red ring, which I expect is going to give us a drop. It is possible we could push down before this ring, we could cross the ring, we could get a pump. A number of things could happen. The point is, pay attention to this ring because something will happen. It is likely if we do get pushed up, we will get resistance at this ring or at this ring. However, if this does push us up, we could push above it, and then you will have resistance up here, potentially 7,200. Again, I have other charts for targets. This is less about direction, but just going by previous, again, how price previously interacted with the red ring does not mean it has to play out the same, but every time we cross the red ring, cross, drop, cross, drop. So it does make sense when we cross this, we would drop. And I do think that's more likely just because we have a lot of resistance. You can see we found perfect support right here on this orange ring. Again, we had perfect support and resistance. We had resistance here and support. So we are respecting this orange fib circle. So it does make sense to me when we cross this red ring, it'll push us down, and this will become resistance to push us down further. So again, guys, I just want to make you aware of that. If we continue sideways from where we're currently at, and again, keep this in mind, if we start pushing up, we make contact sooner. If we drop, it takes longer. But roughly, there's 30 minutes left in this candle, so we are about 5 hours before making contact with this ring. Again, if we come down lower, it could take 6 or 7 hours. If we move higher, it could be an hour less. So pay attention in the next 5.5 hours or so to make contact with that red ring. And then, guys, you can watch and see for yourself and see if something happens. But I do expect a pivot to happen when we hit this ring. Again, guys, if you do want to access these charts, that information will be in the description. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, my link for my Twitter account is in the description as well. That's it, guys. Trade safe.